Hey everybody. We know that we've had Bri on. The video came out yesterday. And I leave my girl for just a couple days and all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. Bri Woodson is back on the channel. Hi Bri.
Hey, hey.
And step to the front of the class, Mr. Cefore Explosives, Michael.
I couldn't miss this one. I felt so bad. I missed the last one, so I had to get in. I had to get in.
Yeah.
I was jealous.
Yeah. So let me tell you something. When you come from the shy and you make friends with people, and then those people bump into little dark times. They got to start talking to folks that call them out their names. We come running. That's how we do.
100%.
So something was happening with my girl Bri. Do you wanna share with us some of the happenings
Yeah.
since we last spoke?
Yes. Gosh, just where do I start? So, towards the beginning of my campaign, I was contacted. Either I contacted him or he contacted me. I don't know. We decided to go forward with a cross endorsement. Our views seemed to align. He had a lot of energy, which I really appreciated, and really seemed just really focused and into his campaign.
Mhm.
Um, and as time went on, he's very, very active on Facebook in particular.
Do
As
we want
time,
to get into actually who he is
yeah,
and where he's running?
yeah, Rio Phillips
Rio
Wow.
is
Phillips.
running for Senate in
Okay.
West Virginia. Mhm.
And to clarify, you are running in Atlanta, not Atlanta. I keep saying that,
Georgia.
and I'm sorry, Georgia.
Yeah, Augusta area
Yeah.
for
Okay.
Congress 12th district. Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, our views seem to align and everything. Um, and he's very active on Facebook. And over time, I noticed like just constant status updates, and I don't know, I'm not on Facebook like that, you know. So, so I noticed they had a theme. Um, he is quite hyper focused on his opponent, Zach. I forget his last name, but we have had many a phone call where he has told me himself that he believes that Zach hired some super expensive fixer upper. This is the main part, is Rio is obsessed with this idea. I don't know where this came from, that his opponent is faking cancer. And he has taken it upon himself to expose this fake cancer diagnosis. Um, I don't know where that has come from. I don't know, but for months, it has been on Facebook, a series, sometimes multiple times a day. He is tagging his opponent in Facebook post statuses saying, debate me. Why are you scared to debate me? And it's just like, we're not even through a primary. Why are you talking about debates? But
Yeah.
um, so earlier this week, there was a, a, a Facebook status, and this is also a little important side part. Maybe about a month or so ago, I got a random message on TikTok asking me about my affiliation with Rio, and I just sent her the link. Like, yeah, we're cross endorsed. What's up? And so she sends me a blurb back telling me that he has a history of this and that, being aggressive, and I didn't take much into it, and that was on me. I should have done more research into it. But, when you're a public figure with a platform, content creator, whatever it is you're doing, you're going to step on somebody's toes at some point.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's hard to tell what's actually genuine and what is just hate mail and rumor spreading. And so she sent me a link to a YouTube video, which is like 13, 14 minutes, a compilation of different times, Rio has lashed out, what have you, threatened people. And so once I watched that, it was like, oh, this is not good.
Hmm.
Um, and I kind of put it on the back burner. I've been traveling. I went to DC twice in the past like week and a half. I have been everywhere. And so I get back home, catching up on things, and I see the status that he's posted again in regards to his opponent, Zach, and this cancer. And it was a long, long post. And at the end of it, he said the statement. show us how that chemo treated you, Zach. And I was like, oh, that's way too far.
Wow.
That's insanely far, because it's one of those things. If someone is faking something as serious as cancer,
Yeah.
that is between, hey, bud, go.
That's just
It's a
wild,
chihuahua.
man.
He's the puppy's upset that this dude is messing with his mom.
Right? Don't you dare mess with my mama.
Like, what are you doing?
He's offended by a chihuahua.
Is your the chihuahua in chemo too?
Right? But so I saw that, and it really, I was really uncomfortable with it. And it's one of those things, if someone is faking cancer, that's between them and their creator, them and their God.
That's what I'm saying.
They will have to deal with that on Judgment Day and atone for that in one way or the other. It's not our responsibility to, one, call that out, especially with zero proof, and two, be so damn hateful about it's cancer. What if somebody who does have cancer is reading that, and you are aiming to be a politician? That's not a good look. And so I sent him a very, and I'll read it just so you can see how respectful and kind I was to him, because based off of another interaction that we had, which he was supposed to come to March for Democracy, which was the weekend of February 27th and 28th. I'm the Georgia lead for Fight Against Fascism organization, and they're the ones who was putting this march on. Originally, Rio had been invited to speak, but he had been completely inactive in the groups. He had also mentioned that he was planning an event around that time, so he wasn't sure if he was going to come. And like I said, he wasn't active. He never posted any promo for it, so we figured he wasn't interested. He gets removed from the planning group. Of course, he loses his mind. We tell him, we actually just finalized the list of speakers. You won't be speaking, but you are still more than welcome to come. Absolutely. He lost it. I'm telling you, lost it. It was Jazz and Tom are married. They're some of my best friends, and they are the founders and directors of Fight Against Fascism organization. He said, "You guys stabbed me in the back. This is ridiculous. There's no loyalty." And I'm just sitting there like, because you didn't get to stand on the stage for 3 minutes?
Damn.
And, I tried to logic with him, like, this is more than just me or you. It's about a collective movement. And, if you're here for the movement and the goal, it shouldn't matter if you're centered or not, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
He even then tried to twist it on me. He said, well, you know what? You don't have any sympathy or empathy for me anyway. And I'm just like, I mean, not really, because nothing happened to you.
For real.
Right? But that is a little glimpse of how his brain kind of processes things. So I sent him the message, "Hey Rio, I wanted to reach out and be upfront with you. After considering it, I've decided to step back from the cross-endorsement we discussed. I know we had a verbal agreement and I don't take that lightly, but I have to make decisions that are in the best interest of my brand and campaign, as well as where I'm headed right now. I just have to be strategic about the partnerships I align myself with at this stage of the game. I hope you understand and respect that. I genuinely wish you the best. I hope everything you're building in West Virginia takes off and your future endeavors bring you everything you're working toward. Take care, Bri." Instantly, a barrage of voice messages.
That's stalker right there.
Before we go
Instantly.
all the way down that rabbit hole.
Oh, that's just the tip. That's not even the meat.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, I'm trying to figure out. I want to set the table a little bit. So my man Rio, he's running for Senate
In West Virginia.
My first question to you is, who cares if you have an endorsement from West Virginia? You're running in Georgia.
Exactly. I was like, sure. I love building relationships, especially across state lines.
Yeah.
And we're both involved. Well, we were both involved. I'm still am, but we were involved with citizens impeachment. And what citizens, you guys are familiar with citizens impeachment, yeah. And so, in vein of that, coalitions like that are great. Relationships like that are awesome, right? And so
Yeah.
that was kind of the thought process.
Okay.
Just furthering the
Okay.
communication
So it's
and
more of a
partnerships across state lines.
It's not like a interstate relationship more than citizens impeachment. You guys are part of citizens impeachment, and you're pointing to each other, saying we're part of the same movement. We want to get this bum
we
out
share
of
these same
office.
progressive values in places that
Okay.
don't typically have progressive representation, like West Virginia, Georgia.
Yeah. Do you know anything at all about his campaign? Like, is he a formidable uh Senate candidate? Like, does he have the momentum? I'm trying to figure out why he's upset.
We're gonna be here all day.
I mean, because like imagine, I'm trying to imagine it from his point of view. If I'm running for Senate and I need as much help as possible, because I'm assuming West Virginia, he's probably looking at a huge hill to climb in West Virginia running as a Democrat. Not for anything real, but like shitting in cereal is in the morning is not going to do it for you, my guy. I'm just trying to figure it out, because maybe he doesn't have any momentum at all. And maybe those 3 minutes.
He has some momentum. He's been an organizer for a while. He's not a West Virginia native, but he has lived there for some years. His campaign has gotten some traction and attention, but
is he a lawyer type? Is he a business type? Is he a... I'm on his website. The only thing I see is...
Does he have a picture of himself on his website?
It's a video. He's got a large beard.
Okay. I was like, is it before the or
and okay, so let me I have to get this off my chest, because
I already know where this is going.
As a man who is, how can I say this without being gross? Let's just go for it. A man who is very comfortable with the size of his genitalia. I look at the way some guys operate, and this hard thumbs up thing and talking hard kind of thing just doesn't click with me. And that's just on a dude to dude level.
Yeah, no, I get it. I think it's deeper than compensating for where he lacks it anywhere, though. It's the way that he was so quick to respond. I mean, literally 0 to 1,000. That original message I read to you, I sent that at 7:34 p.m. Those voice messages started at 7:35, 7:35, 36, 37, 38. He sent like instantly. And I'm like, did you process any of that? Like,
yeah.
but
is that when they tell you compose an email but don't hit send? And he forgot that part where it says don't, and he just kept going. Oh, send.
Absolutely.
Dear diary,
Absolutely.
I hate Bri. Like, and he just went off.
And it was very similar to how he responded about the March for Democracy. Just very black and white thinking. There is no gray area. It's either this or it's that.
Yeah.
It's either you are in my corner or you are the greatest enemy of my life. There is no there's absolutely no middle ground for him whatsoever. And it was the same when I sent that message. And because I don't know whether it's the fact that I'm a grown adult, I'm a therapist, I'm very well adjusted, and rejection doesn't define me, and I understand that. Not everything is for me, and that is okay.
Right.
It doesn't mean that I'm not a good person. It doesn't mean that I'm not capable. It doesn't mean that I'm doing something wrong or I'm bad. It just means that whatever the situation is just not for me at this time. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
He does not respond that way. His rejection sensitivity is so intense that I believe he takes it onto his person. And it causes him to unravel. He is not separating himself from facts. He's not separating himself from the fact that other people just have decisions and lives, right? That, we
Right.
have autonomy to make decisions that are in the best interest of ourselves. And,
Sounds
the reason
very familiar with our president.
and
And
so when
that's
I
the
said that,
unfortunate part for Rio is like we're tired of this behavior.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
And
yes,
like nothing but like goodwill towards you, my guy. But we have to be done with this.
yeah, 100%. And the reason I sent that message the way I did was because I had a feeling that he wasn't going to take it well, but I was hoping that a message like that would maybe mitigate some of it. No, it didn't. So I didn't respond to that first initial set of messages because it did seem effective. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a conversation when you're all the way here and I'm still right here. It's just,
Right.
it doesn't go well. There's no
Right.
reason for that.
It's never going to turn out all the way good.
All right. So 3 hours later, at 10:30 at night, he sends me another voice message. This one is over a minute long. And I actually responded to this one. I was like, listen, the decision has been made. You don't,
Right.
this is the harassment, the bullying. If you do not stop it, I will have to take legal action. This is unnecessary.
And you're only proving he's only proving why you don't want to be associated to him.
Right. And he is convinced that this is a quote, listening to the bullshit that other people put in my ear. I don't have to talk to anyone to see you. My
Right.
ears work, my eyes work, everything works fine
Right.
for me to process that you are an individual that I don't consider safe for me. Right.
Right.
And it went on. And there was, I think I sent him a couple messages back saying, um, this is not the behavior of a man who wants to hold a Senate seat. This is not honorable whatsoever. This is not how you talk to anyone, let alone women. This is not
Right.
this is not it. He sent me one more voice message and then blocked me. So it's like, okay.
All right, cool. We're halfway
Cool.
done. We're halfway
Cool.
to the finish line. All right, cool.
Cool. And so, he kind of struck me as potentially the kind of person that might play the block back and forth game. So I just went ahead and blocked him and I thought it was done. Um, I am still in contact with the young woman who originally messaged me on TikTok, who actually is either she created it but I know she's one of the admins and helps run it. There is a literal group on Facebook with about 130 members. It is a public group called I Survived Rio Phillips. That is how bad his history of abuse
Holy cow.
is.
That sounds like a 50 Cent documentary.
That is literally how bad his history of abuse is. It is people who have compiled videos, screen recordings, pictures, and legal documents in some cases.
Just normal people or like people running for office?
Normal people.
Oh, this is his MO.
He has a history of
Damn.
abuse, 100%.
Oh my
100%.
god.
And so I told her, I was like, you can post these voice notes. You don't have to post my name, but I do think it's important to document cycles of abuse and not be quiet about them, right?
Right.
Because that is how abusers get away with things.
Exactly.
And she posted it, so I guess it took a little time for it to come to his attention that it was there. So fast forward to yesterday morning, 4:48 a.m. He woke me up, texting my actual phone, my cellular device. I had 3 long voice messages totaling to 5 minutes.
Wow.
Damn.
Jesus.
Mhm. Absolutely losing his mind on me. Absolutely losing his mind.
I'm so confused. I mean, I'm not confused at the situation. I'm confused by the behavior because
It doesn't match.
You're looking for a position of power and you're acting like a 5-year-old that got the candy taken away.
And so
He was stalking me for 15. working with people that are gang stalking me and working with people that have been gang stalking me for 15 years, uh, that's wild. That's wild. So it's obviously already been revealed that you're working with the gang stalking page, right? So, and this is why did I victimize you? Are you a survivor of me, Bri? Is that what this is? Because
Not
it's
yet.
obviously not that. I didn't even insult you. I simply said, if you don't want to endorse me, then I don't want to endorse you. I said it's mutual. The
Okay.
second you say it, it's mutual.
Yeah.
Where's the offense there? Are you a survivor?
The gaslighting.
You're the one that keeps reaching out.
That you go talk to people that are literally gang stalking me. Do you know that people in the group that you're talking to literally they planted a tracker in my car?
Oh man,
Which
this
is
guy's in
Whoa,
trouble.
what was someone put a tracker on his car, or he's saying that
his landlord sold him a vehicle that had one of those old like Life 360 devices in it that he forgot to take out.
Oh.
So this guy has some problems because he admitted that you're like there's a group of people that are victims. So
They're gang stalkers according to him.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, and it just so that
So
diatribe
there's
went on for 4.5
so there's a
minutes.
group of people that he's been mad at that are sharing stories about him in hopes
some of
of
these people,
distancing themselves.
he has done this to some of them. Like the
Yeah.
people in the group, he has actually done this to them. It is firsthand accounts. It's we can kind of chuckle like, oh yeah, he's a little unhinged there, but it's actually quite dangerous. This is
Yeah.
dangerous, right? And so that lasted for 4.5 minutes of that, and I finally said, look, you are going to stop. You are not going to continue to harass, bully, and abuse me. I
Yeah.
did not survive being trafficked by the cartel to be harassed by some man in West Virginia.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
You just kind of slid that in there.
What? I didn't tell you that last time?
No, ma'am.
Oh, I thought I
Oh
did.
man, holy shit.
Yeah, I've been trafficked. Part of my part of the tail end of my years in active addiction, I was trafficked by a man part of the cartel out of the Dominican Republic.
Oh, son.
So I don't
That one
respond
hurt my
well.
heart. That was my people. Like, oh, Dominican.
That have to be
DR.
part 3.
No
Part
hard
3 on that
feelings
one.
though.
Well, Bri, I'm part Dominican and I love you.
I love you too.
Carlos, you got a couch back there? Because you're gonna need one.
Oh my God. After this, I'm gonna have to go for a walk.
Get some sunshine, get some positivity after this.
I'm gonna go sniff flowers.
That's a big part, of why I don't take this lightly. Like I
Right.
have an unusual amount of trauma, and a lot of people don't realize it because I'm very well adjusted, but it's because it's taken, I don't want to cry. It's taken a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I haven't been around a man like that aggressive and violent in a really long time. And while I'm largely okay, I am very uncomfortable. I don't feel safe.
Right.
And and the threats, and it hasn't stopped. It's only stopped because I blocked him, but I know he's posting. I know he's contacting people. People have been messaging me. He's sending emails. And this is when the threats started.
I just had a revelation I wanted to share with you. Just given what you've done, I think what I'm going to go do is go to your opposition and I'm going to talk to them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go work with your opposition and let them know what you're up to in West Virginia. The people that you're talking to, the people that what they get engaged in. I'm just going to testify to your opposition about what you're engaged in. Is that okay? Are we cool with that? Does that work for you?
It's so
Since you want to do that, I'm just gonna do what you do. Since you can't just like part ways and like be about it like a normal person.
I tried to.
I think I'll just go join your opposition team and tell them what you're up to. and tell them about the investigations we're filing into the people you're working with, and I'll tell them all about it. You cool with that?
Hey! Knock it off, please. Old man.
Puppy's tired of his bullshit, too.
This is my old grumpy boy. Teddy, come here. Come here. Stop it.
I'm still trying to. This is perplexing.
This kind of reaction.
So it's not like you're working with APAC.
I'm not even working with anyone. Like, I talked to one person, and apparently I'm on the damn payroll with a W-2. Like, I don't know what. I don't know how we got here. I don't know where his mind is taking him, but he is convinced that I am working with these people. It has been a mess.
And let me ask you this,
angry.
just to add a little bit more data. Do you have any connections besides him? Do you have any connections in West Virginia?
Oh, I've never even been there.
That's you see what I'm saying? So how can he accuse you of working with people in West Virginia to get him whatever, to make his challenge even bigger? He's assuming this. And I know, Rio, if you watch this, it's not that I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, because from what I see, Bri has, after gathering information about you, and there is a whole ass Facebook page that talks about the behavior that is reflected on these recordings that Bri is sharing with us, and the incessant, we'll just call it harassment. Let's just cut to the quick.
That's what it is.
And you're coming up with these stories, and Bri doesn't have connections to West Virginia
at all. He was my only connection to West Virginia.
And when he says, we're not going to endorse each other, and then we'll just, and that's that. And then Bri moves on to that's that. And you're still sending messages, and you're still threatening her.
Oh, I'm so pissed.
And the threats haven't stopped, even though we're not in communication. The threats haven't stopped, you know. Well, let me. This is where he got angry that I wasn't backing down or folding.
Yeah.
And this is where the temper, like, I actually saw it and I was like, whoa, you really, really aren't safe.
I think the people in that group are literally gang stalking me. They've been talking to
on
my
the
mother,
Facebook
trying
group.
to talk to her. She fucking, of course, exposed them. You are under any fucking clue what the fuck you've done? Who the fuck did you talk to? Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm gonna go talk to your fucking ops. You literally on the handsy fucking scandal team, and you sit there and you fucking, oh, you couldn't just walk away? You had to give this to them? Oh no, girl, I'm going to your fucking ops.
The handsy what?
Something about some team. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But that was when the aggression really flared. And, you know, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, whoa. Why?
And at this point, you've already told them, nah, we good, dude. You go your way, I'll go mine.
And as therapist,
I won't shit talk you. You don't shit talk me.
I never planned on saying anything. I only planned on sending the message that I sent and letting that be done. But I am not the type of person. I'm a survivor, and I did not do that by being quiet about what happened to me. Right. And, you know, in the substance abuse recovery world, we always say recover out loud. And I think it's the same thing for cycles of abuse, right? You have to do it out loud. And my trauma survivor ears and trauma informed therapist ears caught something at the same time. he made the comment, you couldn't just let this go. You had to go and give it to them.
Yeah.
He's not remorseful about causing harm to me. He only cares about the optics. He only is upset that people see him. He's not upset that he lost his temper. He's not upset at the words he used. He's not upset about threatening me. He's upset about the fact that people know now.
Yeah.
And that is one of the biggest indicators of narcissistic abuse.
Yep.
And yes, that is my clinical opinion.
And
Yep.
this is why what you're going through is so important, because I mean, I have a 13-year-old daughter. So when I heard what was going on, my dad mode kicked in, and I wanted, like Carlos said, when we hear things, we go to the doorstep, right? Like we want to knock on the door, but what we have to do, we have to. But what's better to do it is to get you on the show to speak your truth and to let other victims or potential victims or just vulnerable creatures know that this is not tolerable. What you see on television is not tolerable. It's not what people do in the normal world, right? And
And
there
not just
people need
that,
to be
and
held
not just that,
accountable.
but there are dudes that will stand up to you because we are tired. We are tired of the secrets. We are tired of the Trumps and the Epsteins. We're tired of people continuously being a bag of shit.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's also really important to speak up, because I think within our community, the Democratic left, we like to kind of have this idea that because men are left leaning, that they're automatically safer than men who aren't. But if the patriarchy is the patriarchy,
Yeah.
Exactly.
right, and anybody can be a bad performer in the patriarchy, and Rio is a prime example. And this isn't to bash him. I genuinely hope that he does seek some kind of support and help, um,
100%.
because I can't imagine walking through the world genuinely thinking that everyone is out to get you. That seriously must suck. Um, that must be a lot to process constantly all the time. So I do hope that he does seek the support that he needs.
And that probably stems from trauma too in his own life. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't like come out of nowhere saying, "Oh, everybody's out to get me," unless there's something that he's triggered by, that he's fed by, and then all of a sudden, and it comes in these cycles, that continuous relationships with any woman. It seems that he has, that he thinks he can be a dominant and just do and say whatever he pleases. That shit doesn't
Yeah,
fly.
yeah, exactly. And I don't know if he has had someone quite like me who is definitely not afraid to use their words and their platform to stand up for themselves. And I think that's part of the reason why he is responding so viciously, because I haven't just folded and I don't intend to.
Right. Nah, defend yourself
Yeah. And
and tell the story.
yeah,
Because folks do need to see that this still happens. And yes, exactly what you said, even on the left. The right thinks that we're a bunch of sissies.
Yep.
But when you act out of pocket, you will be put back in your pocket.
Or we'll cut a
and I
hole in
This
your
is
think that
wild.
pocket.
this is accountability. I mean,
Yeah.
accountability is not an attack. It's necessary. And I have reached out to citizens impeachment. They have removed their endorsement as well.
Yeah.
And so a big thank you to everyone who has shown me the solidarity, because it does mean a lot. It does mean it means a lot. In a day and age where so oftentimes we hear women not being believed,
For real.
it is very
For real.
refreshing to have, especially so many men. Um, Matt
Mhm.
Gordon, USMC angry veteran, is one of my really good friends, and I let him know what happened, and instantly it was, send me all the information you have. I'm gonna make a video, and he did, and he called him out, and that's the kind of energy that makes the difference. This behavior cannot continue to be standardized and normalized. It has to be othered. That's the only way that we're going to start to mitigate some of this, because this is not healthy behavior for any person.
Right.
But
Yeah.
when you are running for a political office, especially when it's heavy as a Senate seat, you
Mm-hmm.
wanna be a senator, and
And you're acting crazy like this?
this is how you handle rejection. You're gonna hear the word "no," and, we can't get into brawls on Capitol Hill just
Right.
because you heard the word "no,"
Right.
right? So
And I'm sure that life in West Virginia, because I'm on his website right now, and I'm reading through. He's got an executive summary, la la la, and it's saying
mhm.
West Virginia is 47th in education, 47th in economy, and 50th in infrastructure.
I'm
So
the
that
last
to
thing he needs to
me,
be worried about.
yeah, exactly.
100%.
That to me lets me know that West Virginia um is struggling. Um But my guy, you can't be out here talking reckless like this.
Mm.
And then you're going for Senate seat. I it's it,
It keeps me up at night if I, like, am on a live and I think I said something too far wrong. I'm like, "Dang, dang."
yeah,
Mhm.
I do that too.
And it's like, it doesn't I'm like, it doesn't echo in the back of your mind that, "Oh my gosh, I'm running for political office. I have to be mindful of how I communicate." Like, it
So
doesn't
does
ever cross your mind?
so does he have I was watching your conversation with Carlos the last time, and you mentioned something about a damaged, amygdala, what is the
Amygdala.
Amygdala.
amygdala. So would you diagnose him as someone that may have a damaged amygdala?
Um, I don't know. I try to do much diagnosing if I haven't, extensively sat down in front of someone.
Right.
But what I can say, he definitely shows signs of extreme paranoia, which can turn out to be dangerous if not checked.
Mm-hmm.
So as a therapist, what to give advice to young women or just women in general or young girls, whoever's watching, like what advice can you give them? Watch for trigger signs and things like that.
Yeah, a few things I can say on that. The first one is that no, the word no is a complete sentence. No period is a complete sentence. That is grammatically correct and it is 100% enough. The second thing is to trust your discernment and trust your gut. If something feels off, seems off, listen to that. Don't second guess. Don't let yourself be manipulated by second guessing. The third thing, the only person that gets to define you is you. No man, no abuse, not even a success or failure. The only
Mm.
thing that defines you is you.
Love that.
Yeah. I'm reading through his official campaign policy paper. He sounds good. He sounds like Rio. You sound you sound
He's
like
got some
someone I want to talk to.
he actually has great ideas and he actually cares a lot about politics and he cares a lot about his state, but that is just drowned out by, whatever instabilities he may have.
So do you think maybe like he's creating these ideas because not that he has good intentions for the state, but like he wants to be put himself on the pedestal and be like, look what I am trying to accomplish. As especially like when you said like when you're working with a coalition, you're supposed to be you're part of a team, and it's not there's
Yeah.
no I in the team, and you're supposed to build together. And then we do a lot of have a lot of the candidates on, and we try to
Mhm.
get roundtables going on because you're cross promoting your platforms and your people and extending your reach and possible constituents. Like you're supposed to be doing that stuff, and it just seems like it's very disingenuous, and it's not something that like if I don't know, it just seems like filler and fluff. Like when he was like, "Look, I want to change the world." Like, do you really want to change the world, or you want to be the guy that signed on the line and said, "Hey, look at me, I changed the world."
If you want my honest answer, I do think there is quite a bit of that going on as well. One of the things I noticed, oftentimes, he would tried to do things to get himself in proximity to larger content creators. And honestly,
Mm,
looking back, that's probably why he was so focused in on me. My
mm.
platform is, beyond this, I'm the controversial blonde. I do have a platform. So I do think there is some of that going on. The optics of it all. Um, that's a good question. And so I think it's both. I do think he cares, but I also think the optics matter to him as well.
I've been trying to figure out what he does for a living. Like, is he a lawyer? Because if he's a lawyer acting like this is wild. But it says on his website, his experience in media and cybersecurity emboldens Real to tackle bringing West Virginia fully to the 21st century. So to me, it tracks. If you're in media, um, connecting to different people can be a shortcut. Um, which would suck. It would suck if if he's just running for office just to blow up on Instagram or whatever he's saying. If that's the case, son, there's easier ways to do that.
Somebody I was in the local newspaper for my race, and one of the comments on Facebook was, "Oh, she's just trying to do a get rich quick scheme."
I already put in the work.
Right.
Get rich by running a grassroots Democratic campaign in Georgia? That's how
Yeah.
you think I'm gonna get rich?
Oh my goodness.
There are better ways.
For real.
There
You
are
could
better ways.
you could take all of that money and buy scratch offs and make way more money.
I just commented back and I'm like, dude, I just wrote a check for $5,000 to put my name on a ballot. This is not how you get rich, Baba.
Yeah.
How did that
It's
feel?
just not.
How did that
It
feel?
felt it didn't feel real until I checked my campaign account and then actually saw the money gone. but, but now that I definitely see that withdrawal, it does feel good. I always kind of say that I'm on the right track if people start trying to tear me down.
Mhm.
And actually I was in a live space this morning and some MAGA was in the comments talking about, "Oh, you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose." And I said, I might. It's not
Mhm.
that common for first time congressional candidates to
Mhm.
win their race, especially when you're talking about unseating a 10-year MAGA Republican in an R+7 district. I'm aware, like I know, but
Running as a grassroots candidate.
right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I already won. So I did something that no other young Black woman in this history of my state has ever done. I'm the
Yeah.
youngest in the state of Georgia to run for Congress as a Black woman.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
I
Yeah.
have broken barriers. I have ran a campaign that is highly unique in the way that I've used social media to my advantage. Um, so whatever happens, I won,
Yeah.
and that made that man lose his mind. He did not like that. Like,
Yeah.
you guys can't take that away from me. The
You
But
history's
you
already
cannot.
been made.
you don't want to
Yeah.
quit because he told you you're gonna lose?
No, no, I did think about it. I did think about just scratching everything and say, "Fuck it."
Asking me for my $5,000 check back.
Give me my money back.
I
Gotta
gotta
do a
get some
stop payment on that.
scratchies.
But yeah, so it feels very, very good to officially be on the ballot. Hush puppy. It
Oh, that
feels
sound good.
very good to officially be on the ballot. It is
Yeah,
surreal.
congratulations. That's huge.
And
Yeah.
so primaries are May 19th. Next week I'm gonna start some heavy door knocking and getting out there and then we'll see.
Free. You know how much of an inspiration you are on, like, so many different levels? Like, all at once, like, in this conversation alone, right? You know, you're not taking anybody's shit for being an asshole, right? On and this Rio guy, guys on the comments, you're ready to represent Augusta in your district and, like, handle business and try to change what's going on, you know? And there's a lot of things that we talk about, with candidates is being consistent in their messaging. Because, like, this guy right here, his paper trail shows what he's all about, right?
Mm.
Like, this every message that you have kept and every one of them have kept shows what this guy is all about. Your
Okay.
paper trail is something you can stand on and preach at the top of the mountain from, and I
Yeah.
love it.
I you know what, I heard a friend yesterday, she is a lawyer, and I love listening to her when she's on lives because she's so smart. She actually is a human rights lawyer. She worked, under Trump's under Trump's administration. She can't stand him, but gosh, she's a genius. And someone was asking her, like, they're like, "How do you remember all these stats and these laws? Like, how can you
Mhm.
just fire these off the top of your brain?" And she took a moment and she said, "You know what? When you're telling the truth, it's easy to remember."
Oh. Yeah.
So when we're talking about
You don't have to
consistency,
remember who you told what to.
exactly. So when we're talking about consistency, you will always get this, Brie. You will always get this because this is not a farce. This is me. I'm not lying. This is who I am. This is how I process. These are the things that I believe in wholly and full heartedly. And so it shows up in consistency. So
And
thank you
and
for that.
uh, and yeah, for sure. I'm a salesman, so I have a ton of accounts, right? So when I train people, I tell them if you're telling everybody the truth, you don't have to lie to, like, you don't have to worry about lying to anybody. It's like I got 40 accounts, I have 40 different girlfriends. I'm not trying to juggle them all and trying to say who I told what to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're really consistent in all of your messaging and you tell everybody like it is, you're more prone to get what you want accomplished.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And uh, just I am very proud of myself for how I've handled this. There was a small part of me that was like, I'll just like let this fizzle out, but absolutely not.
Yeah.
I did not
No.
deserve to be treated that way. I did not deserve to be called out of my name. I did not deserve to be threatened. I always approach everybody with the best intentions. Um, and I understand. I told him I understand that this news is disappointing. I understand that it's not what you wanted to hear, but I would never talk to him that way.
Right.
And this lashing out, he kept saying, "You're not my friend. You don't actually care about me." And it's like, I think it's the opposite way. I actually think you're projecting.
Mhm.
And because even now I can fully say that I still want him to have the best outcome possible for him in his future. I don't want to see anyone harmed or hurting or not meeting their goals or not meeting their dreams. But at the same time, you cannot walk all over me. I won't let it happen. I've
100%.
spent like I was saying, I'm very well adjusted. So people don't quite realize the amount of trauma that I've been through. Um, and that's because I work damn hard at showing up every day in society because that's what I want. I
Mhm.
want to be happy and healthy and in community. And for him to throw me back into a headspace temporarily where I didn't feel safe and I did feel threatened, and I haven't felt that way in a very long time. My husband is great and he's so soft and gentle with me. So that was
Mm.
so jarring. And even my husband actually called him.
Hmm.
My husband called him and he said, "Bro, do you want to explain to me why you are yelling at my wife at 5 a.m.?"
Yeah.
And he goes, Rio said something about, "Oh, I'm handling business. I'm handling business."
Outta here.
Told us that we were ridiculous and then hung up on him. But there is just nothing about the situation that I deserved. It is abusive and I just won't stand for it. And in the state of Georgia, there are legal measures that I can take, and I will be taking them, because, again, my reputation is now online. I'm being accused of working with a group of gang stalkers. Um, my friends Casey and Devin over at Blue Illusional Podcast, they're some of my best friends. Uh, I texted Devin yesterday and I told him what happened, and he was like, "Rio's on the schedule." Absolutely not. And they sent him an email, pulled him off the schedule for the podcast, and
Damn.
instantly they get a barrage of emails.
Knew it. I knew it.
He took the same energy over there to them, and then sent another email saying Bri is involved with this gang stalking group, and we're filing a class action lawsuit. Insane. And then over with citizens impeachment, they pulled their endorsement. He is blowing up their emails as well, saying that his actions are justified because of my behavior. I don't know what I did, but
yeah. Speculating what's going on in his head is, I don't feel comfortable doing it. Rio, if there's something happening, my guy, good help. Because you're not going to, you're going to run out of bridges. and having someone with, again, I've been reading through your website. Your message sounds good. So if there's anything that's happening, anything that happened in your life, my guy, go and get help. Treating people like this is not the answer.
yeah.
Again, I'm going to go back to the bully pulpit that's happening in the White House right now. And it's my way or no way. And I know all the things. That ain't it, my guy. That ain't it, my guy. And especially if you're trying to run in the circles that Bri is running in. Everyone in these circles wants to do things as a team. They want to do things to make things better. And they're building things, and they're building this momentum of change. And this behavior just derails everything that we're trying to do, my guy. It doesn't click. So if something happened, if whatever the case may be, find help. You're not going to, worst case scenario, you go crazy and you send someone an email that just doesn't want to hear that. And they have the same approach to life that you do. That's never going to end well. Never going to end well. And you can't just be talking to ladies like this, dude.
Yeah, I think that's very fair too. You know, I've never known someone to perpetuate a series of abusive things without it at some point hitting a wall.
Yeah.
At some point, it's going to come to a head.
Yeah.
And, you know, we
You're
all
going to
have
cuss out the
control.
wrong person. You're going to cuss out the wrong person. They're not going to want to hear this.
Yeah, and it's
mad props to
just
your
not
husband
safe.
too. Mad props to your husband.
Yeah.
Because
I appreciate him so much.
having someone in your life that you love that much, and someone disrespects her like that, oh boy.
Yeah, he is not a happy camper right now.
I bet not.
Yeah. And it's odd seeing him so upset. He's such a chill, laid back guy, but he is also very protective.
Yeah.
He's very protective over me. So.
Of course. And if anyone understands what you're going through, that's not you, is your husband.
Mm-hmm.
And being there front row and center and seeing you just taking on challenges, the challenge of being a grassroots candidate, the challenge of getting your master's degree, the challenge of, and you just keep stepping up and keep stepping up to get someone that is not even in your state. That's the part that it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, and you know, he even, and just the way this read, you know, when Matt posted his video, Rio shared it and and said something about, oh, I should grab this guy a beer. He's sticking up, like just something completely condescending, and just the way he is so comfortable tearing down a black woman is so concerning.
I've said
Like,
this so
you
many
cannot
times.
say that you are a progressive person, but then actively tear down a black woman who I have enough to fight with. I have enough on my damn plate. I have more. I got more than I can eat in a lifetime. I don't need any more vitriol coming my way.
Yeah.
I just don't. And you know, it reminds me of the quote Malcolm X said. What did he say? The most disrespected person in America is the black woman.
Preach.
Yep.
It's always something. You
The
guys
most non-taken
always
care of person in America is the black woman. We just can't be left the hell alone, man.
no.
We're
You
gonna
know?
learn today.
They're gonna learn today.
Yep. Like my dad always says, people love to mess up the saying. As my dad says it, he says, "You got the what do you say? You got the wrong one today." You know, my dad says, "You got the right one for a hard day."
There you go. There you go.
So he's got the right one for a hard day.
Uh,
Because it doesn't. I might cry my way through it, but I'm going to defend myself.
hell yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Hell yeah.
And those testimony, those things that you endure them for a reason, you know, like so you can be you can guide other people through what you're going through.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I became a therapist. And as someone who is trauma informed and also, you know, a mandated reporter, things like this is, I take it to heart because if not me, who's next?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Right. And we can't keep living like this.
no.
This is behavior that's not acceptable.
Yep.
I am so sorry that you're having to deal with this.
Such is life.
And such is life.
Such is life.
This is just going to be a bump in the road. You're going to go do wonderful things. And this is a learning opportunity for him more than anything. He picked a fight with the wrong one, exactly what your dad said. And he'll learn. Let's hope. Let's hope he learns. Let's hope he learns. And if he doesn't learn, he's not going to be senator. You can't.
Yeah, you know, it's
Like,
like
could
I
you
said,
imagine if he goes to Washington and he's acting like this?
I mean, yeah, because we have people in Washington acting like that now. It's no good.
You
Yeah,
might fit
you're
right
not
in.
wrong.
What was
But
what was the
that's the
guy?
part that we're trying to change.
There was I forget what his name is. Like buff white guy. Literally tried to fight somebody on the house floor. He
Yeah.
said,
Oh, the guy
let's do
that
it
got
right
He
now.
took over. He took over for DHS. No.
Christy Nome,
Yeah.
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 You wanna
That
go?
knucklehead.
You wanna go?
It's like,
And
are
then he
we
stood
okay?
up.
Like, are we well? But you know, and I'm sure he'll say this, and I'm sure he'll try to claim that this is attacking him. But I want to make this very clear. Rio Phillips, I have no ill intentions towards you. Rio Phillips, I hope you the best. Rio Phillips, I hope that you get everything that you are working toward, but in a healthy manner. I hope that you are taking care of yourself. I hope that you are taking care of your mental health. I hope that you are sustaining. This is not to drag you down. This is not to tear you down. I hope this highlights for you how much support you need and that there is support out there for you. And I hope you find it.
Beautifully stated.
Pray for those who persecute you.
Yeah.
We're going to land this one because that was perfect. Bri, share with the people where they can find you.
TikTok and Instagram, of course, Bri Woodson for Congress. You can also find me under the Controversial Blonde. My website is briwoodsonforcongress.com. ActBlue is secure.actblue.com. Woodson-listens. So you can also find me on ActBlue, but you can also donate through a website as well. There's a big red button that says donate and another one that says get involved. So if you either want to donate to the campaign or volunteer for the campaign, please do. And also, you don't have to be local to volunteer. There's phone banking, there's marketing things, there's all sorts of things that you can do. So if you feel like your talents could be used for the campaign, I want to hear from you.
Excellent. Thank you for coming and telling us what's happening.
Thank you for having me again.
Oh, of course, anytime. The door is always open.
It was great meeting you.
I appreciate you guys. It was great meeting you too.
And with that, everybody,
this for my daughter, man. Sorry.
Tell her I said hello. Hi, little. What's her name?
Symphony.
Hi, Symphony.
And with that, everybody, we're out.
Coconut Justice.